Hey guys, um, there we go. Okay, you get me on recording again, so because I didn't put my mic on. So we finished with the page 5. Now we're on page 6. Yay! Yay! So, uh, first thing is I've got an 8.5 by 11 sheet, although I did cut it down so that it was the same height as my page. Remember, I'm cutting about 1/4 of an inch off of each one of these. And so the first thing we're going to do is put the 11 side down along the where the numbers are, where you score. And I'm going to score at 4.5. Good thing I could remember that because I couldn't see what I was doing. And of course I was a good girl and I put my my scoreboard away. Yay! Now make sure it's nice and straight when you fold it. Yeah, I think this one was giving me a little bit of a problem. Excuse me. So, yeah. Oh, it looks good, Lisa. Just keep going, girl. So now, I know that, okay, I'm pointing out that that is the side that that will go into the spine, and the flap is going to be towards the outside. So it's important when you're doing pockets, which is what we're going to be doing, that you realize that you don't want a pocket to open up, especially if it's a wide pocket. You don't want it to open up towards the spine because it may be difficult to get your items out. And here I'm just getting that 1/8 of an inch that we had put into the page. I'm just getting it folded so that I can see what I'm going to actually end up with as a flap. Excuse me. My allergies have been horrible. Okay, so, and then you want to make sure you stay, of course, away from the score line. But I'm going to make these two into pockets. However, I also want to make another pocket. And yeah, up at the top. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to myself. Now figure that one out. All you science fiction buffs out there, you tell me what that is. Okay, so I mean, this is a really simple thing as far as the top 2 pockets. They're just, you would just glue them together. If you don't want to make a pocket that comes in from the top, you would just glue the 3 sides of the bigger piece down, and then glue the 2 sides of the flap down, and wham, you've got 2 pockets. But of course, you know me, I've got to go that extra step. You don't have to, but that's what I do. Okay, so I am going to make a top pocket that is going to be the same size as the largest flap on that pocket there. And I'm starting to measure to cut, and I thought, no, let's not do it that way. Let's go ahead and put our flippity floppity doodads on. Yeah, I'm doing some housekeeping now. I'm trying to figure out what I was doing. So yeah, you got the thing. Let's go, girl. Let's go. Okay, and I know I'm going to hunt my stylist so that I can use my little stylus down there. Okay, so I'm scoring at 1/2 inch. Yeah, that little thing gets me every time. Pops me right off of my line. But if you didn't have that little thing, it would be kind of difficult. So that is going to be the bottom of the pocket. And then I realized, no, I still need to do the side before. There we go. Yeah. So I did open the flap up just so that I would be able to score that area easier. And I'm scoring at 1/2 inch. So down the left side of the paper and the bottom of the paper. And now I'm going to cut, and I go in at an angle up to the score lines, but don't cut past the score lines because that's actually the top of your paper. but you want to try and get those as a nice mitered corner, so that it cuts down on the bulk in your corners. And then I'm just folding that score line down. Yes, that's the top of my pocket there. Now I can put a mark on the right hand side where I'm going to do my other score line. So I'm just lining up my two front pockets, both on the left side and across the bottom. And then I'm putting a little mark right next to that, that's where I'm going to do my other score line. And again, I'm opening up, excuse me, that bottom flap so that I can score that area easier. And I'm going up from the bottom because that's where I made the mark. There we go. Now we're going to have to cut off the excess. Yeah, I'm just double checking that it's going to fit on there nicely. I'm going to cut off the excess, leaving myself a 1/2 inch for the hinge, the flap. And we're going to go ahead and cut that corner off the same way. Come in at an angle, cut the score line off of the corner, but don't cut anything else besides the score line. And now we can go ahead and fold that score line in, and remember to burnish everything so that you've got a nice crisp line. Of course I didn't, but I will, I'm sure, at some point. And I don't know what I was telling you there, but oh yes, measure, get it lined up where you want it on all 3 sides. It should kind of all match up, not showing a bit of black, you're not having a black edge around it. You want it to all be the same size. And then I'm just cutting it off at the height where it's going to be all together. You can leave it, make it where it was a little longer if you wanted to have that sticking out the top and put a decorative edge on it. There's all kinds of possibilities, but I just made mine the same height. And with this top pocket, it's going to give me the ability to put something nice coming out the top of the book. Christmas, you can get away with everything. Now, the only thing with making it the same size as that particular, the folded piece, is that it will be hard to get into that pocket. So that's me thinking. I have to move my fingers like that, I guess, in order to think. So I know what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for there it is, my edge punch. So I'm going to actually take about 1/4 inch off and then do my edge punch. And that way there will be a little bit of an opening between the end of all that, the big upper opened pocket and this flap. So it will be easier for you to get items in. You could take a 1/2 inch, I think would be even better. Having already done this and seeing, I would have taken a 1/2 inch. I would think I would have been a little happier. I still can get things in and out, and it's not much of a difficult situation, but I think a 1/2 inch or even 3/4, that might be pushing it a little bit. 1/2 inch, 5/8, something like that, and then do this. Yeah, I would have been probably a little happier. So just FYI on that one. So sorry, and I don't have my water with me. So hopefully my voice will last. Sounds like I'm going to try and lose my voice, which I have more videos to run today, and this is just not going to work out very well for me. Okay, so we've got that one down, and now you'll be able to see that there is a little bit of a edge opening, I guess, where you'll be able to get into that easier. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down on the 3 sides. that little thingy. Once I get it hooked up, it's fine, and it's nice to have it to close up. You don't have to find where you put your pin, but so I'm sorry. I'm not positive what I'm saying here. Yeah, yeah, you see it. I guess I'm just explaining how you needed to have a little bit more space to be able to get everything in. And that, yeah. Okay, I can sing you a little tune, do some tap dancing, because I have no clue what I was saying. So now I'm just trying to figure out what papers that I want to use. And yep, that's the one I end up with. And I'm just going to, I'm checking to see if it's going to be the right size. And it would just be easier because I'm gluing it down without flaps or hinges on the sides of the pocket. I'm just gluing that piece of paper onto the other piece of paper. So it's making a pocket that way instead of making 1-inch strips and folding them in half and putting them in to actually make that type of pocket, a hinged pocket. So it's just easier to go ahead and put down the paper that you're going to have behind the 2 side pockets, so that because you're not going to be able to slide it in. That's the whole reasoning behind this, and that I do not like this bottle. Nope, don't like it. Yeah, it's and then of course my pin comes out of my pin cushion with gunk on it. Hi, vey. Okay, so we're just gonna finally, very good. Yep, I have got to fill that thing up. It's like everything is running out and I'm not doing anything about it. Bad girl. Bad girl. Yeah, I'm telling you that that's the dreams, etc., professional stuff, and that I'm really enjoying using it. Other than I don't really care much for the bottle. I think that Barely Art glue, once that's empty, I'm going to fill it up with the Dreams Etc. glue that I got. So, oh, and I forgot to trim it down, of course. So, and actually, when I cut this, I was quite pleased. I cut it straight. And so I was really pleased with that. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty good. I think I even went, woohoo! Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, see, that's why I'm sitting there telling you that Barely Art glue, once it's gone, I'm going to put the Dreams Etc. glue in there because I really like that whole tip and the way it works. It's a pretty good system. Um, yeah. So anyway, moving on. There we go. So we've got that down. Now we can go ahead and glue our pocket. Oh, honey, just leave it alone. Oh, yeah, I have got to, doing these are good because I see, Lord, woman, just keep working and stop talking and flapping your jaws and all that stuff. Yeah, stay away from the score line. Okay, so I guess I was going to glue this down first, which is probably a good idea. But here I am just making sure that those aren't laying on top of each other, so that it's not extra bulk, and then just clipping those little edges off there just so you don't see all the inner workings. Yes, I got to fill that glue up sorry. I'm so sorry. There we go. Yeah, my dogs are sitting here looking, just staring at me because they want to, they want to get fed. And I said, please let me just do this. Let me just get this video done so that I can get it uploaded. And they're just looking at me like, I don't get it. We're hungry, Mama. I'm such an abusive owner. Yes, honey, I know. Yes, I was talking about you. My little Nicky. Yeah, you're my little Nicky. He's the one. Now, Hooch will sleep until I start rattling the dog bowls. But Nicky, he's the one. He comes, tells me, hey, I'm hungry. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and lay this down. Remember, stay away from your score line because this is going to also have other papers on it. So stay away from the score line a little further than you would normally. And, oh, I have no clue. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I think I'm talking to you about cards. See, it's like squirrel. I must have mentioned that this kit, you can make cards. I mean, look at all these pieces that you've got here that you can put and just make your Christmas cards. You know, she's done all of those sayings. There's another one that I didn't print out, but all of those sayings are like great for inside the Christmas card. And, you know, you can fussy cut those items out and make cards. A lot of the ladies that maybe don't necessarily have the YouTube channels are doing cards. So you can see what if you go to Terry's YouTube Facebook group, some of them are posting in mine, but most of them, all of them are posting in Terry's. Or if you do the hashtag in Facebook, if you do the hashtag, I think you'll come up with the hashtag Vintage Christmas Day in July 2021. I think you'll come up with you know, what they've been posting in Facebook. So, but again, make sure you're staying away from your score line a little further than you normally would. And now I'm going to, which I should have done before I put it down, because what I end up doing is cutting through the front sheet as well as this, you know, the center base of the card I cut through as well, instead of just the top. And it was a little difficult for me to cut, so I should have known it. Yeah. And I didn't figure it out for a while. And now I'm going to line this up and figure out where I need to cut it before I put it down. I think that's what I ended up doing. It would be a heck of a lot easier. Okay, I'm just explaining to you where I would, maybe I did put it down and then cut it. Yeah, I guess I did, which works fine because then you don't have to realign it. And I'm working on just the very edge, although this is a huge pocket. So, you know, it's like 8¼ inches from the top to the bottom. So you don't have to be too worried about, you know, getting a little bit extra glue, because unless you're going to try and put an 8-inch piece of paper in there. Yeah. So now you're going to line this up with exactly with the top pocket piece. Kind of start in the corner, and then you just kind of wiggle everything else into place. There you go. Ta-da! Get all that seepy glue, seepy glue, seepy glue. And now I'm going to line it up. I think I flip it around. Easier to see. Yep, flip it around. Flip it around. Flip it good. Da-na-na-na. Flip it. Oh, flip it good. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. There we go. There we go, Lisa. Good job. Yay! Oh, wow. This was a long video too. You're getting me for 30 minutes. Oh boy. Okay. So it's, it's a little fiddly because I'm actually fitting 3 sheets of paper in there because I had the 2 cut. And so there's not that much room in there, but it lines up perfectly and I get it cut just right. So that's nice. There we go. And then I have to do it one more time for this one. And I also am going to do, I decided at some point, yeah, there we go, that I'm going to do this, which it's easy. You just, like I did, just flip it over and do it. Had I thought, I didn't think I was going to want it on both pieces, but yeah, it's, why not? Why not? And this paper is 65 pound, I think. So it probably needs to have a little, oh, it moved, a little bit of reinforcement to it. And I've been thinking about doing something where I take another piece, line it up, and glue it on with maybe a little bit of lace or something like that so that it is reinforced. Oops. Because it's only 65 pound. If it was more like an 80 pound paper, I wouldn't worry about it. But, so yeah, that is in my thoughts, and you may see that, me do something like that with the walkthrough. So now, before I glue it down, I'm going to go ahead and get it cut. And it did take me quite a bit of fiddling, fussing around to get all those papers inside this. There we go. Inside this poor little cutter. It was like, what? I'm not made to cut this many pieces. And squeeze. There we go. And they all ended up lining up just perfectly. So I was really happy with that. And now we're going to put our piece, right, good girl, because again, we're going to be gluing the sides down, and you can't just slide a piece in. So, and I'm still going to use that same paper, and I'm going to cut it where it won't interfere with my thumb notch, but it will be underneath. Yeah, because there's such a difference in the amount that's on the first page as the second page. That's why I'm thinking, maybe I need a little something else there. And I quite honestly, I don't have the book in front of me. I don't remember what I ended up doing, but it's also a little misleading because that pocket, the upper pocket, didn't go all the way to the edge of the paper, and that's what I was showing you. That's not actually a pocket there, but it looks like you would want to be able to go underneath that as well. So yeah, it's just a different page. You could have made the top pocket the entire length, and that would have worked just fine, and that would have actually given you, an easier time getting your paper in. I did not like that paper on that side, and I don't believe I used that because I didn't like it. It was just like way too much and didn't make any delineation between the part that wasn't a pocket and the part that was. So, yeah, so I didn't do that. And of course I'm inking. Oh, yeah. Cut it down first, Lisa. Oh, I did cut it down. Okay. Yeah, I guess I was just making sure that I cut it down enough so it was not sticking out in the notch. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. only 5 minutes and something left. Yay. Yes. Okay, so we're inking this up, gonna put it down, and then we will close our pocket. And I'm putting it right down at the bottom so that you can see all of the punch. Those are our little snowflakes. Okay. Do. Ain't it purty? I've noticed that I've been doing my southern accent a lot. And I don't know why, because I rarely get out and talk to anybody around here. And, you know, of course, in Kentucky, there is a southern drawl. That is for sure. But, and then I glue up this way on that one. I don't know why, but, no, you need to glue more. There we go. Yeah. So I just, you know, whichever way you glue it on, as long as you're getting it glued. And I didn't put really, really close to the edge near my thumb notch. But you do want to make sure that the glue does come around and gets that closed, so that you're not getting paper stuck in there. And here is where I finally figured out that I had cut into the back side of the page. See, and that's where, if I would have had an extra ½ inch, I think, on the other one, and it would have made it look more better. And I'm probably will put a pocket there. And I'm telling you what I'm thinking of doing for the closure. Of course, I'm thinking of do one of those cards, you know, possibly as a pocket. I don't know what I was thinking with those cards, other than I'm going to show you how the closure is going to work, because it's a super simple closure for that little flap, because that's the only thing that would move around. And so, and that little flap is gonna, you know, it really doesn't, it's really not there to do a whole lot. You can, of course, just like I've done, you can build out from that. You can make that a little pocket and add a sheet, a whole sheet of paper on there, and not have the flap to worry about. But that's the closure for the little flap. So, you know, it's cute. And the little flap will be just, you know, fun interaction, little kind of thing is it. Yes, dear, we see it. We see it. It's good. Yay. So I think at this point, I'm just kind of getting ready to sign off with you guys. And I'm talking about that I believe I'm going to try and fix. Okay, you can do it either way, with the fact that I cut into the back sheet, you know, for the other page, that you can see this notch through on the back. So I can do a double-sided tag and have it pull out from both sides, where it'll look just, you know, normal. Or I can fix it when I go to put the page, whatever I put on this page that I'm touching right now. I can actually fix it by using a piece that was already cut out and just gluing it, putting matting the page like I would, and then from the inside just glue down a piece of black, and then I can glue down a piece of the holly picture to come, you know, to shine out. And you'll never know that I popped it all the way through. So there's the two options. You can do a double-sided tag where it doesn't matter whichever way you pull it out. It's going to look nice with the page that it's facing. So, you know, that would be the only way I would do it. But it's a nice big size pocket. And that's why I'm showing you, you know, you'll be able to, if you do the double pocket, you'll be able to, you know, do it either way. And I do like it that way much better. So that's the way that I'm ending up with it, even though I have 1/8 of an inch on that flap. But I will just be able to put a nice pocket. Yeah, just put a nice pocket in there. And we're just going to leave that for right now. I just want to see what else I'm going to do with the papers I have. And most of that might be collage. And I think I am going to stick a pocket there.
Yo, all my peeps. I tell ya, I am not getting this done like I thought I would. I've just been under the weather now for quite a few days. And so I apologize because I wanted to have this all done by, well, today. Today is the 31st. And yeah, that just did not happen. But I am still here, and I lost my mark. There it is. I am still here and still plugging away at it. So if you guys don't mind that I'm not done, I will just keep going. And we will finish this little beautiful project. And now I need, let's see, excuse my little head here. Well, I don't know, they're so little. I made marks right inside the grooves. So hopefully when I run this up through here, I can see those little grooves and make sure I'm working right inside this. Get them right even. Whoa! Yeah! I'm still not at 100%, but I am getting there. You know, that lady had worked with my fingernails and all, so I stopped going to her because when I took the polish off myself, because I couldn't make one of her appointments, and I'd only gotten them done twice. They were paper thin. And I don't normally have paper thin fingernails. So I decided, you know, I'm just going to not do that. And so I decided to get myself some biotin. I used to ride horses many moons ago. And we always gave our horses biotin. And it just helped with their hooves and their hair and their manes and tails and all that stuff. So I got some biotin. And I've been probably taking it for about a week. Well, and I've had a migraine for almost that long. Finally, last night, I put 2 and 2 together because I was thinking, oh my gosh, now I'm allergic to something else, you know, or got a sensitivity to something else that I didn't know about, and it's caused me to have headaches. And when I take things, I get my headaches 2 different ways. One is well, actually more than 2, but one is like heat. If I get hot, if my top of my head, if I'm out in the sun and the top of my head gets hot, I will have a migraine. So heat is my biggest trigger. If I get a fever when I'm sick, I get a migraine. So then I have a fever and a migraine and don't feel good in the first place. So, you know, those little things are always so much fun. But if I ingest something that I am sensitive to or allergic to, one of the symptoms that can pop up is I get a migraine. There's other things too, but when that one happens, my medicine will not take care of it because it's still in my system giving me a migraine. So, yeah, and that's, you know, I finally put 2 and 2 together and realized that it was those pills. So, I really apologize, guys, that I didn't stay on task better. So now this, okay, yeah, I'm making sure. Okay, and then I decided, I thought this paper might look nice. I know there was another one with, I wonder, a little too busy. Little too busy. No. And I don't have enough of that. I mean, I can print out another one, but I've got so many pages printed out, I don't want to print out anymore. Let's see what I've got in here that I can use. No. See, I'm looking at them like this, and I don't want anything that is going to detract from this. Well, what about, I haven't used, of course, that one was when my printer was going wonky. Oh no, that's the one that was when my printer was going wonky. It's all purple. Can't really use that one. That's when I stopped it and said, okay, that's not working. So, see, I got a lot of wonky things. That was another one where my printer was going. My inky was going bad and I didn't know it. Okay. So I think I'm going to use this one. I think that will be interesting. And, oh, and I'm going to use this on this little bad boy. So I'm going to go ahead. Now, if you guys hear, my husband is weed eating outside. It's, we had a horrible storm. Not last night, night before last. Maybe it was last night. Oh, good Lord, I can't remember. That medicine makes me really, really loopy. And, yeah, so, but we had a horrible storm. There was a tornado very close to our town from the storm. But, yeah, it was not, it was, I mean, actually, my husband and I sat out on our front porch. We've got a covered front porch. And we sat out there and watched it. It was a light show. There were, the sky never stopped getting lit up. It was just awesome and scary, and who doesn't believe that there's a God out there somewhere, you know? It just was like 2 hours worth of rolling thunder and lightning bolts and all that stuff. So, yeah. So we sat out there for quite some time watching that. We didn't get any bad wind. You know, when the tornado, we didn't know that it was going on. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I like the tree. Let me put a mark here and cut that. Okay. Oops. All right, so there's that piece. And then let's get, I'm working within my, there we go. I don't know. My husband is very close to my window. I don't know what else is out there. And where's my mark? Where's my mark? Where's my mark? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Really? There it is. It's right in a dark spot, or right at the edge of a dark spot. So I just could not see that puppy. Let's see if this one is going to work. Boy, I've got all these little strips I keep picking up. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Because this is not, remember, this is not a pocket. This first one, it's this pocket. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. Well, there's all my whining for the day. All done. Usually, if I just put my mind on something else, I can get through it. I've been having migraines since I was in my early 20s. And, yeah. So, you know, you just learn to deal with them. Of course, all you want to do is go and curl up in a corner, but no, not an option. Okay, let's get these puppies put down. I am almost done with this glue, and then I'm going to fill it up with the Dreams Etc. glue that I got extra bottle of. And I think after this project, I think I'm going to work on a few little small quick projects, and then I am going to I don't know. I think I'm going to do a journal. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a journal next. Because you guys have had quite a few of the mini albums this year. So, time to switch gears. And I know there's quite a few out there that enjoy making journals more than... Of course, sometimes I make those, I call them gusseted journals, that I do. And then you've got a journal and a mini album, because that's what I like. That's what I like, is both in one. I mean, why not, right? But I think I will make just a gosh darn regular journal. Have some fun with that, because those are fun. Get to pull out different things. Okay, so we have this pocket and this pocket, and I think I'm going to do something on this side that will close this piece up, and yeah, because I've got, let's see, I've got, there it is. I've got one of these. So I think I am going to, because it's harder when you've got both sides of the pocket. When you have both sides of the pocket opened up, it's hard to get in there. So I think I might use this and try and fix that. I will just fix that bubby. Now let's see. Let's get this on. And then we are done with page 6. And I will do some ephemera and stuff on a video. And also remake the book, the cover, and I think we might do something a little different with the cover. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Let's see, and I wanted this on this end. I like having the little strip in here being the continuation of the main paper. Just like that. There we go. Oh, I still have this, don't I? Let's see. Maybe this. Okay, so lift it up a little bit. Get it set the way you want it. And let's make a line. And cut this puppy. I think that's the line right there. Let me find it. No, there it is. Okay. I could not see that. I was fixing to cut it wrong. All right. Okay, and it didn't cut straight. Let me see here. Let me see. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, this side is much wider. So let's put this where we want it. Okay. There we go. Now let's see. Well, that didn't really cut off much. Let's see now. Let's put this here and see how it is. Oh, let's see. That still needs to have some come off of it. So let's line it up and cut some more off. I like it when I can find a line. That you can line it up with, and that looks like it's going to be very nice indeed. And I think I'll do let's see, what do I have? I know I've used this in the book once. Let's see. You know, I love Christmas. You can get away with so many things that you wouldn't normally get away with. Dauber. And I'm sorry I am not my bubbly self, but I knew I needed to come on and work on this puppy so that I could get this up and running for you guys. Here we go. Sounds like my husband is back inside now. So I will finish this and I'll go in and see how he's doing. He was out weed eating, as I told you. Sounds like the dogs are helping him eat a snack. They're very helpful in that way. We don't really give them people food, but you know, every once in a while they'll get a little tidbit of something. Now, I always cut it and make it longer, but I'm wanting to make this the same size as the paper this time. And so, yes, I probably should have cut it before I glued the paper down. So, FYI, but it's not that hard to just do that. And we're going to, is this too wide? Well, it's exactly, and I'm usually not that good at putting it on. So where's my 1/4 inch? Where's my 1/4 inch? All right, well, we'll use 1/8 of an inch since I can't find my 1/4 inch. I don't know what I've done with it. I have been trying to do some stuff on my Vagabond mini in front of the TV, and while I'm just kind of resting and relaxing from not feeling well, and I probably have it out there because these lights are killing me. But if you guys can't see, it's not worth me being here and doing this. So yeah, it's all good. Yes, Laurel, it's all good. My poor friend Laurel and I have not been able to chat for, I'd say, almost a week. Almost a week. And we are just, I mean, we've just had bad weather, and satellite reception kind of goes along with that. And we've been trying to get a hold of each other. I still love you, girl. Yeah, but I sent her a box of goodies. She sent me a box of goodies. I sent her a box of goodies. So, you know, we're communicating at least in one way. And then the other day I came across, I sent her a box of goodies, and I left the note sitting on the counter. It got some paperwork stuck on top of it, and I looked around. I said, did I put everything in the box? And I didn't see anything, so I closed the box up, addressed it, and my husband took it to the mailbox with some of my Etsy shop stuff. All right, so there we go. So yeah, she got a goodie box, but with nothing on it. So we have our beautiful side this way with our belly band, and I added the lace in there. It is just so pretty. And then we have our double pocket or triple pocket, 1, 2, and 3. And we will make the goodies to go in that later on. And then this one too, we still have this, but we will come back to that because I'm just not sure. And I do like this one on the top, and it is heavy enough that I don't need to worry about a closure. See, it even when you're flipping it over, it's not opening up. Okay, so we have our 3 pages done. I didn't tie this back up. Oh, nope, this, yeah, this goes this way. And then this one goes this way. So here's our 3 pages. We've got our Santa Claus with our wonderful pocket, and I don't know that I'm leaving that one there. It was just, and then this flips open. And the rest of the open things you see are going to be collaged. And then we have this page, all my great fussy cutting. And then we have, of course, this is in a bow. And then these open up here and here. Got a nice pocket here. So that's that in a bow. Then you flip that over. And I put 2 little bells, antique vintage bells on there. Antique vintage, kind of the same thing. And then you open it up, and there's my beautiful pop-up page. And the tag is actually the part that makes the closure. So there's that. And then we have our skate, which I just went through, and our pockets. So there's our pages. And now we're going to make the book for it, and then we're going to make the ephemera for it. And we'll decorate the cover and all that good stuff. Yeah, I ordered from Kian. She's the one that made this kit. I ordered some Christmas flowers. She makes beautiful, I think, well, I've shown you a couple different times, but she makes these really beautiful little flowers out of lace. And I told her, I said, I ordered these from her shop, and I said, I would love some Christmas ones. And because I want to use them on this, they're so soft. And then she's got little pearls in the center. So she got those off to me. So we will have a play with those as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I was boring. I tried not to be. Okay. And so we will work on, I don't know what we'll work on next. It'll be a surprise. So thanks. Hit the little bell so you know. You know, if you have subscribed to me, if you hit that little bell, since I've been so sporadic, it will announce to you that I've got a new video up. And it might be the best thing for you right now because, you know, I'm doing the best I can right now. So I appreciate all of y'all's wonderful, kind comments. Love you all. Mwah. Talk to you later. Bye.